Hi, I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And if you would, bless my Cash App. Bless my Cash App so I can get more acrylic paint, masking tape, and paintbrushes. It's for my art, okay? My art is, you can view my art on maskingtapetreasures.com. Yes. All right. This one is called Crooked Cop. Yes. Well, when I was living in Harvey, Illinois, there was this sort of crooked cop that used to harass everybody that he got a chance to encounter. And his name was his this ain't his real name, but we'll just say Dickerson, Officer Dickerson. All right. This guy used to harass everyone, okay? If you're young and you're black, he used to harass you. And he was black,
Huh?
okay? Keep that in mind. All right. It started when he pulled me over for my tags being expired, okay? And he talked, what you driving out here for? You could have killed somebody. You could have run somebody over or something like that. He just made something real small huge. So after that, I went and paid the ticket and stuff like that. And then the next time he pulled me over for running a yellow light, going through a yellow light. Like when I was driving up, it was green. It was green when I was driving up to it. But once I got right to the light, it turned yellow. So I went straight on across. And he pulled me over and he said, What you doing? You could have killed somebody. You could have killed somebody out here. He's getting himself pumped up, getting himself pumped up over something as a little infraction such as running a yellow light. And then I had to pay a ticket, okay? Then he pulled me over for nothing. And then he planted a switchblade in my car. Now, I don't know, people don't readily carry switchblades around. Even back then, if they had a knife, they had a knife that comes out. They didn't have one that you push the button and it pops out. So he wanted to search my car. I said, well, go ahead, go right ahead. And then he said, oh, what we have here, this is over 6 inches or something like that. And I said, that's not mine. I don't know where you got that from. And then had to go to court again, pay a fine. Okay. Then I was picking one of my cousins up. Well, he was walking from a store that was like 7 blocks from his house. Okay. So I saw him and I said, come on. And I pulled over and I picked him up. And then Officer Dickerson. And he got us out and searched us and stuff like that. Then he told me, he said, you was over here buying drugs, wasn't you? You trying to buy drugs. I said, bro, I don't do drugs. I don't do, bro. Yeah, that's what you say. That's what you say. That's what you say. All right? That's what you say. Getting himself mad, you know. And so I'm going back and forth with them. And I had to pay another fine. But they didn't say, it didn't say drugs or nothing like that. But he pulled me over. So then, man, this was going on and on until I had to paint my car a different color, you know, hoping that would deter him. And it did. It did for about 2 months. I didn't get pulled over again. Then one day I was coming out my driveway, getting ready to go to work. And soon as I got on Wood Street, Patterson came up, Dickinson came up again. The lights. And I said, man, what did I do now? He said, oh. And he noticed it was me. He said, oh, man, what you doing? What are you doing? Man, you made a irregular right turn. And I said, all I did was turn onto the street. That's it. He said, I made an irregular right turn. So then he held me up again and made me late for work. Late for work. Let me see license, insurance. I showed him everything he needed to see. And the tags was up to date and everything. And still, he wrote me a ticket for an irregular right turn. By then, I was getting mad about it, okay? I was really angry, okay? Then, the next time, my uncle asked me to take him to get his insulin because he was he had diabetes and he needed to take insulin shots. So I happened to be home. It was just me and my daughter was at home, and I told him, I said, look, I got my daughter here, nobody gonna watch. He said, I said, okay, come on. I'll bring her with me. So I put her in a car seat and we got in and we proceeded to drive. But we had to go to Hazelcrest to pick his insulin up. So while we driving there, and we were laughing and talking and stuff like that, then all of a sudden, and my uncle said, what did you do? I said, I didn't do nothing. I used my signals when I was supposed to and everything. So he pulled me over. I said, oh man, it's Officer Dickerson. So he got out the car. He came up to me. He said, license and registration. And I said, could you tell me what I did? He said, man, don't talk to me. Don't try to start nothing with, getting himself pumped up, getting himself angry and stuff. So I showed him my license, my registration. Then he went to the car and he came back and he said, your license is expired, which it was around my birthday time, so I didn't have no reason to not believe him. So I said, okay, well, I'll take care of it today. As soon as I leave here, then I'll go take care. He said, no, you got to go. You got to go to jail. And I told him, I said, man, don't do this, man. I'm not going to jail. Okay? It's just the license expired, okay? All I have to do is go down and update it. That's it. No. Get out. So he told me to get out the car. So I complied with him. I got out the car. And he said, all right, now turn around and put your hands behind your back. And I snatched away from him. I said, don't touch me. All right? Don't touch me. That's the one time that I had to take a stand for myself. I said, look, I'm not going to get arrested in front of my daughter. I'm not going to put that trauma on her. So you're not going to put any cuffs on me. Now, I'll follow you down to the police station if that's what's required, but I'm not going to let you put cuffs on me. So he kept trying, and then he had to get somebody down there. Another policeman came down there and talked to him. He said, look, sir, can you follow us to the police station? All right. And I followed them. I said, okay, that's cool. And I got in the car and I drove to the police station. They did what they had to do. It was only 10 minutes. And then I was out of there. You see? Now, I don't know what happened to Officer Dickinson. I think something happened that he got caught up in a drug bust or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But this officer was one of the most crookedest officers I've ever seen. I've seen him pull people over for nothing and then put something in their car. So you had to watch him. You had to watch him. You had to watch him because he will throw something in your car just so he can get a ticket out of you or can get a bust out of you. Like I told him, I said, look, you can test me. I don't do drugs, okay? I don't do drugs. I'm totally against it. You know? So, man, this Officer Dickinson was something else, man. And I'm glad I got away from there because who knows, man? He probably would have shot me or something, you know? But, yes, he probably would have took me out because he was mad. He'll pull you over for he pulled me over one time for going 5 miles over the speed limit. And start hollering at me talking about I could have killed babies and stuff like that. You could have killed babies out here. You flying down the street. And I was just going 40 miles an hour in a 35, you know. I could have mowed down a lot of kids, he said. And I wasn't in the school zone. And it wasn't nobody else out on the street. I said, there's nobody out on the street, you know. No, you could have. Yeah, I could have did some of everything. I could have did some of everything, you know. What you talking about? Man, I remember telling him one time, I got down there and I told him, I said, look, you are creating a real menace to society now. And I told him to his face, I said, if you keep messing with me, you're gonna make me turn into a menace to society. Then I'm gonna make you work for what you trying to do. Okay? He said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, he didn't listen to me, you know. Man, that's terrible. But I always complied with what he said, even though all of it was wrong. It was wrong. And like when he planted that switchblade in my car, he could have easily threw some drugs in the car or something. And then I would have had to prove myself innocent, you know. Man, it's crazy. All right, you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share. Sharing with your family. Sharing with your friends. Sharing with your loved ones. Okay? And sharing with your enemies. All right. Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair dance.
Oh my God.